Hey guys, welcome to episode 48 of Sunday Night Live. Coming to you live from the JPVideos studio, and as you can see by the title, a nor'easter is coming, or is just about here, so we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but in the meantime, what happened here? Oh, sorry, doing something wrong here. Gonna roll a little background music. There we go. So, welcome back to the second episode of 2021. I do have a full episode like we're going to have each and every time we do this, which is every other week for Sunday Night Live. We got mail call, question of the week. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I was supposed to post question of the week on my community tab, so we're going to have to improvise. Before we do question of the week, I will have you guys submit your questions, and I'll pick one of yours live on the show and give you a shout out for your question. I do apologize, that slipped my mind. I was pretty busy today, and I was supposed to post that on my community tab, and it just went right over my head. So we'll improvise, we'll make do with that, and I do have the video in mind for going back in time. So other than that though, I'm looking forward to tonight's show. Should be a good time, nice way to kind of wind down the weekend. And for some of you, it may be an extended weekend with the weather that we're having here in the Northeast. But I do know there are a few mods here tonight, so thank you mods in advance for being here and for handling any questions or any problems at all. Those of you who are back, once again, thank you for returning. And if you're new here, I welcome you to the show. This is a bi-weekly wrap-up show where we kind of wrap up the weekend and start the new week off with something fun, upbeat, entertaining. And like always, we will answer any general questions or discussions for towards the end of the stream. Tonight's not going to be a very long stream. Don't have a whole lot of things to cover with you, but nonetheless, we will get through it and have a good time. So, you did not see anything. Maybe tell Charlene to refresh. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. There shouldn't be any problems at all here. Let me turn up my lighting just a little bit here. There we go. And I do have my backlight on and my secondary camera ready to roll for mail call, so shouldn't have any issues. I hope not. Okay, you guys can hear me and see me. That's all that matters. All right. Always when someone throws a comment like that, it makes me wonder, like, did something happen? I don't realize. Did I start buffering? Okay, so we're all good. Okay, so let's get moving on with our first segment of mail call.
You've got mail.
Okay, so don't have a huge mail call, but we do have a few things. There is one item, though, in particular I've been waiting for. It did come from our very own Muppets and Manilow, and she did say it's something she created herself. That's going to be the last item because it's the largest box, but we're going to start off with some envelopes, so let's see what we got. Okay, so the first one here is from Barbara and Dana from Florida. I don't know if Barb's in the chat here tonight, but she usually does find her way through at some point. So, Barb, if you're not here, hello in advance. Let's see what she sent. And let me get my other thing going on here. Okay, so here's my secondary camera. You can see she does always send a blue envelope with a blue stamp. Typically it's the truck. This one says peace. Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. So it does say thanks with a little kitty cat right there. So let's open it up. Okay, so inside she does always tape a generous monetary donation, so thank you once again Barb and Dana for that. And as I cut back over, we do have a saying here. It says, just my little way of saying thanks for all the fun you bring our way. Looks like there are a lot more adventures to look forward to this year. That there is. Take care and enjoy the journey. Love, Barb and Dana. Barb and Dana, thank you so much for your continued support, generosity. And if you guys do want to see adventures, they definitely are coming. I have a bunch to share with you and a bunch more to film. Okay, next one is, again, from Barb and Dana. So we got 2 for 2 here. This one she did stamp with the pickup truck, which is one of my favorite ones. And another donation, so thank you once again. Inside says, thank you so much for this last year. Looking forward to many more hours with JPVideos. It's a perfect time to thank you for the nice things that you do, and a perfect time to let you know your thought the world of too. Okay, I thought I read that incorrectly. Hope 2021 is a great year. Sorry, hope 2021 is a great year for you. From Barb and Dana. There is a snowflake here, which is kind of like a patch, almost like someone sewed it. But yeah, I do agree with a lot of the things you said here. I do hope as well that 2021 is a great year for not only myself, but for each and everyone else. I don't know how much worse it could get, but a lot of it does have to do with our mentality on things and keeping busy, not focusing on, the whole pandemic thing. Easier said than done, but hopefully my channel, my adventures, my collaborations do help bring you some enjoyment, even if it's just for 10 to 20 minutes of the video length out of your day. It's better than nothing at all. But yeah, thank you once again, Barb and Dana. You two are amazing and supportive, and you give me such encouraging words, and it definitely does not go unnoticed. So thank you so much. Roads are nothing but ice where Net Official is, and up here they're snow covered. But we'll talk more about the snow later, but the snow that we're getting now is just kind of like the forefront. It's supposed to get much worse tomorrow. They are calling it a legitimate nor'easter, almost a 3-day storm. Okay, next one here is from Leslie J. out of British Columbia. Now, in the past, I have mistakenly referred to Leslie as a she, and they reached out to me and did state they are a he, almost like Leslie Nielsen. So Leslie is a he, and they did send me some more mail, which I'm guessing is probably some more railroad related stuff. So let's dive into this one. Gotta pull the knife for this one. And as always, again, I know I'm not focusing on the chat too much for those of you who are new here, so I am sorry if I'm missing your hellos or questions or comments, but like always, the mods do kind of handle things while I'm busy doing this, and I always do watch the replays to see what I missed, so rest assured, I will see your comment at some point. Okay, so this one here is another Photo Lab envelope, which they always include, which has some photos inside. And like always, they always do include a very detailed letter explaining all the information about the photos they sent. Now, just to read part of it here, it says, I watch all the JP videos, but my favorite are abandoned end trains. You should call Norfolk Southern and try to book a cab ride on a freight train and make a JP video out of it. Believe it or not, that option, that question, that suggestion did cross my mind before, but I do know railroad companies are very strict on allowing anyone to film in their cabs. Good example is Reading and Northern down in Port Clinton. They do offer cab rides in their steam engine, a 425. You have to pay for it, obviously, but they do not allow you to film it. And if you do, you can only film like a brief portion of it. I guess for safety reasons and stuff like that, they don't want things on camera. So even if I was to be granted permission to get a cab ride for Norfolk Southern or any other company, very slim chance I'd be able to record it. But down the road, maybe with knowing the right individuals, that could change. But it's a good suggestion. Just in reality, I don't think it would happen, though. So the first item here, this might be something RJ might like. Looks like a big commercial truck here. Let's see what it says. Vernon Camp Off-Road Logging Truck with a low bed. So that's a logging truck there. Looks like probably like a Caterpillar engine or something. Maybe all-wheel drive. Pretty cool looking there. Big. I don't know if they call that a lowboy, that trailer. I know RJ could probably answer that. And what's this one here? It says Vernon Camp. To the left was the Inglewood logging rail tracks. To the right is the main shop. Okay, so this picture here shows the... Sorry, trying to get in the frame here. Shows where my thumb is. That road was the former rail bed. And that building is the shop area for the Vernon Camp logging area. So no trains in these pictures, but it is remnants of the past where a former rail line used to be. They used to service the logging company. So thank you, Leslie, for sharing that with me. And my apologies for addressing you the improper way. But I will read the rest of your letter off camera and file these like I do with all the other photos. So thank you, Leslie, from British Columbia. Hey, 577 Jersey's here. I feel like I just spoke to you. Deja vu? It didn't have the name or the type of truck on there. Maybe you could identify it from seeing the photo, but a big heavy-duty off-road truck it looks like. Okay, next up is from, I believe she's in the chat. Maybe she's not. Oh, yes, she is. Marty Jones. Okay. So Marty Jones, who's in the house with us, did send me something. Okay, this one says attention to Lily. So this one I'll open up, see what's inside of it, and obviously pass it on to her. Oh, Lily's going to be a happy little girl, I'll tell you that. So Lily did receive a card for her, but what I'm more jealous of is the M&M's chocolate bar. This is the crispy version. They do have a couple different varieties of it. If you never try them, these are really delicious. And, I have a big head, so it actually makes my head look proportionate. But these are often found at Walmart, other select stores. We haven't had them in probably a few months, but I do know she absolutely loves them, as do I. Can't go wrong with M&M's and chocolate, and the crispy bar is my particular favorite one, so maybe I'll be lucky. Lily will share a piece with me. But thank you, Marty, for thinking of Lily. I will definitely pass it on to her. Okay, we've got another one from Marty Jones. Another 2 for 2. This one, I believe, is for me. It's not addressed to anyone, so let's see what's inside. Oh, I'm going to be happy as well. So inside we do have a big Hershey's Symphony bar. I don't think I've ever had one of these. And we do have something for Jay. I may have to share this with you guys on air. What do you think? Wawa sells them. You could get me some. All right, RJ. That sounds good. If anyone would know, it would definitely be RJ. Oh, this is pretty neat. So this is, I'm not sure, maybe Marty could fill me in as to if this is detachable or comes off. It says travel moments to remember. Look at that card. That is pretty cool. Almost looks like a harmonica shape. And it's got someone doing some mountain biking. It's got some type of birds on it. Looks like even the Eiffel Tower there. The blue on the wrapper. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if this is actually something or not, or just part of the card. Ooh, okay, so we do have a monetary donation. Thank you for that, Marty, very much. It says, "Hi, Jay. So happy and blessed the day I found your channel. Not only did I find a great talent and..." Okay, sorry. I was trying to read the word. It's written in cursive. "Not only did I find a great talent and entertainment, I found a truly great friend in you and all the JP family. Looking forward to making many more moments to remember. Great memories. Your friend, Marty." Marty. That was the card I needed to hear today. That is simply mind-blowing to you. For you to send something like that and to say those such kind and considerate words, I just don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Another thing I just noticed too, I missed it. Actually says JPVideos right there. So I don't know how that you made that, but that is really cool. This is a card that definitely has to be saved. But those words, Marty, definitely are heartfelt and just put a smile on my face, even though you couldn't see my face. It was nice to hear. You and so many others have become a part of my family, both my personal family with Jill and Lily and the family on YouTube here. So I'm just as happy and glad that you found my channel as well. And I always look forward to you, commenting under the videos and joining us for the live streams and all the crazy fun that we have here. So thank you very much, Marty, for the donation, for the awesome card, and your kind, considerate words. I'm still trying to figure out what that is, but maybe I'll find out in the replay. But this card is pretty amazing. Like I said, to have JPVideos kind of like etched in there, it's definitely personalized, I'll tell you that. They don't sell cards just like that, I don't think. But we do have a Hershey's Symphony. It says creamy milk chocolate, almonds, and toffee chips. Now, on its own, I'm not a huge fan of toffee. Excuse me, I do love milk chocolate. I do love almonds. I think as a combination, it will be quite enjoyable. So once we do get through mail call and we're focusing on our question for question of the week, I'll definitely crack this open and share a piece with you guys. And we do have Charlene Ragon with a $10 super chat saying thank you. Well, you're quite welcome, and thank you as well for the donation and support of the channel. Okay, let's see. We got one item left from Muppets and Manilow. I know we've been in touch about this. She told me not to have high expectations and that it is something for the train layout. So no matter what it is, I know I'm going to love it because it's custom made from what I understand and something that's going to be part of the little village there. So let's get into that. Okay, so this came all the way from Wisconsin. Fragile. All right, I am really curious here. I believe Muppet is in the chat here. The paper on top that you wrote everything on, is that okay to be cut up, or is there anything inside of there I need to read? Because it is taped over. It almost looks like a piece of paper. I didn't want to cut it if there was wording on there. So I want to make sure I don't inadvertently destroy anything here. While I'm waiting for her response, I grab a little swizzle here. I could cut it. Okay. I just lost my lid. Whatever it is, I know she spent a decent amount of money on shipping, coming from Wisconsin and probably getting some type of insurance on it. So I am going to try to be careful with it. Okay, so we'll start with the letter first. Muppet, is this okay to read out loud? Got an inch of snow so far. Well, hopefully there's a lot more to come for you guys. Okay, she says yes. So I'll read it and then show it to you. It says, "Hi JP, we love your train display, but felt it wouldn't be complete without this one little thing." That makes it even more mysterious. "I made it myself, and even though I'd like to be, I'm not crafty in any way, shape, or form." Well, I'm right there with you. That's something we have in common. "I really hope you like it, and hope it made it through the shipping process in one piece. Love, Muppets and Manilow, and Mr. Muppets, better known as Kathy and John." So, Kathy and John, Mr. and Mrs. Muppets. I am really in awe right now as to what this is. It is wrapped in blue tissue paper. Let's see, before I pull this out, do you guys have any thoughts as to what it could be? We do know it's something for the train layout. So, do you think it's something related to a building? Do you think it's something related to the channel? What do you guys think it is? I think it might be maybe a sign or something, like an advertisement maybe. It's a decent sized box. It's lightweight, but it is wrapped into the tissue paper, but I don't know. I think, well, heck, there's only one way to find out. Let's not wait anymore. Okay, tissue. I think there's a couple things in here actually. Okay, let me pull them out and then we'll unwrap. Lots of blue tissue paper. And even more of it, so. Alright, the box is empty. Okay, I'm going to switch you guys to the side camera. That way you can see right when I see what it is. So, item number 1. Holy crap. That is too funny. Do you guys see what this is? This is a Twinkie tree. Oh, my goodness. That is such a good recreation of it, too. Even has little white dots on the bottom for like the little cream-filled Twinkies. And one Twinkie did fall off. That's okay. It is still intact. There we go. So she made me my very own Twinkie tree. Now, if you guys are not sure what this is for, do yourselves a favor and just search Twinkie tree JPVideos. And you'll see what this is all about. It's part of a spoof video that I made earlier in 2020. But yes, my layout could definitely use a tree. Hope you can see it. Okay, does have a base. It has some moss in the middle, almost like nature's carpet. And a bunch of little Twinkies on it. And they're on there with little hooks. But they're highly detailed. I mean, they have the little white spots like, you know, when they inject the cream. Okay, now I'm really curious as to what else is in there. So far, pretty awesome. Let's put that right there. So, Muppets, I know you were downplaying it. You did a fantastic job on the tree alone, I'll tell you that. Sorry for all the noise. It's a lot of tissue paper here. How do they taste? They're like bite size, like chiclets. Oh, okay, we got another one here. This one's a little smaller and fuller. So now we got matching Twinkie trees. So we'll have to put them in different areas of the layout. Again, as a base, the trunk is here, has some moss, and a bunch of little Twinkies. Okay, we got 2 of them, 2 different sizes. This is, you know, completely unexpected. I was not imagining it was that. Oh, knocking down the tree. Oh, okay. This one's even more creative. Now we have a winter Twinkie tree. So this one has the white on it, like snow or ice. That is too cool. I am blown away. So Muppets, I never in 1,000 years would have imagined that you created these to send out for my train layout. They are pretty much the perfect scale for my layout, and I definitely have room now with the expansion that I made for 3 of these trees. So 3 different and unique Twinkie trees are now going to be in the train layout. So you will see those in a future video. So to Mr. and Mrs. Muppets, thank you so much for that. That is, you can hear the excitement in my face, in my voice, and the smile, because this was completely unexpected. And again, I never would have imagined. I don't think anyone else did too. That is a really cool idea that you came up with. So however you came up with these little Twinkies, though, I am curious though as to what they are. So if you want to share in the comments as to how you made these or what they are, they look like they're hand painted, and if so, they look really well done. But yes, I love them. Thank you so much there, Marty. Muppets and Mr. Muppets. Sorry about that. My mind's scattered now because I'm so excited over these. Gotta make sure the carpet stays on there. Love the Twinkie trees, yes. Again, if you don't know what these are about, after the stream's over, or whenever you get a chance, to search Twinkie Tree, JPVideos. It's a fun little spoof video I did where I pretty much discovered a Twinkie tree in the woods, and it was like my salvation. It saved my life because I found Twinkies. I wasn't going to starve to death. So it's just a goofy video I made that many people enjoyed, and I even made t-shirts of it too. I did have Twinkie tree t-shirts available. They were for a limited time. Some of you did pick them up. Others missed it. They may come back in the future, but at least these are going to be immortalized on the train layout. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon, that layout. It's going to be up for at least until next Christmas. And these are going on probably right after the show. So let me move these out of the way. You know what, let's keep one here in the background just for decoration. There we go. And the good thing about those trees is that the leaves never fall. There's no leaves on them, just Twinkies. So, all right, so that was mail call here for tonight's episode. I just wanted to make a quick mention that mail call is something that I always enjoy doing and sharing with you guys. And sending things to my P.O. box, as you should already know, is not something that's necessary. There's no obligation. I don't ask people to do it, but I am very appreciative of everyone's thoughtfulness to send things in. It always puts a smile on my face, and I know many of you do enjoy it as well. So although I don't ask for these things, I am very appreciative of what I do receive. And I think that it makes it for a fun segment for this type of show. So thank you to everyone tonight and in the past who has ever sent anything for myself or for my family to my P.O. box to be shared on Sunday Night Live. Okay, so now it's up to you guys. I want you guys to help me out for tonight's going back in time, because as I mentioned, I forgot to post the poll or questionnaire on my community tab. So I need you guys to post a question that I could share with you guys. Now remember, this question's not specific to me, like, asking me a question. It's a question I could ask to the viewers to get a response. So something more generalized, something simple, something fun or entertaining, nothing political, nothing personal, nothing, religious, just a fun, engaging comment or question that I could ask to you guys. So go ahead, leave your questions. I'm going to crack this open, share a piece with you, and I will pin someone's comment and give them a shout out, and we'll ask that question to you guys. So have at it. I'm going to stay quiet and just kind of breeze through the comments here. Ready for the chocolate? I'll give it to you over here. All right, I'm going to let you know how it is. Oh. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'm going to scroll back through, read your comments, and I will pick one out. Yes, adventuring video. Question of the week. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm seeing several great questions here. I actually wish I could choose a couple of them, but in all fairness, I do have to pick one. And sorry, I know you guys are hungry. Just grab it, break a piece, pass it on to the next person. That is pretty good. I don't even taste the toffee. I don't want to eat it all on you guys, though. Okay, let me go back to the question here. Lily's, yours and Lily's stuff will be there Tuesday. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for it, Lisa. Thanks. Okay, so yeah, I do agree with a few people here that said this. Jamie Macon is tonight's question of the week. If you were lost in the woods and starving, what would you hope to find on a tree that would save your life? That's a pretty good question and definitely goes in relation to the Twinkie tree. I have said time and time again, I am on the hunt for a bacon tree. I think bacon, especially freshly fried bacon, would be a lifesaver. So a bacon tree for me would be a savior if I was lost in the woods. But let me hear you guys. What do you guys think? Mac and cheese tree, liver and onions, nuts, Twinkies. You got marshmallow brownies to eat. There you go. Chicken mushrooms. Even chicken nuggets would be good too, and chicken wings. I never heard of chicken mushrooms. Beef jerky? That's not too far away from bacon. Snickers tree. Matt with his thirsty beverage beer tree. Apple tree, well, those do exist. Chocolate tree, pizza tree, a lot of pizza. You did hear bacon. Meat lovers pizza. Lasagna tree. Panda Hut. What do you mean, Panda Express? Tacos, that's a good one. Not nature's carpet. That's good for sleeping on, not so much for eating. Slim Jim tree, pepperoni, fried shrimp, chocolate marshmallows, chicken nuggets, pizza or bacon, Twix, fig tree. Hey, Okie, love my figs. Ice cream with bacon, oranges, southern fried chicken, being specific, bacon cheeseburger, bacon in a can. You mean the kind that you shake on your salad? Peanut butter sandwich, lobster tree, salami tree. Taco tree better have TP on it too. Well, I'll take your word for it that chicken mushrooms are a real thing. I never heard of them. I don't eat mushrooms, that's probably why. Popeye's chicken, Kit Kats. Pasta Alfredo, cheesesteak. All right, so a lot of great ideas and options for people that would love to find on a tree if they're lost. Hopefully it never happens. Some of them are real, apples and oranges, stuff like that, but we could all wish, we could just walk into the woods and find a tree with some fresh pieces of bacon or meat lovers pizza. But thank you, Jamie, for the question of the week. That was a great question. Thanks to everyone who did submit questions as well. It is hard to pick just one. There were a lot of great questions I saw there. And again, if you want a chance of being shouted out in a future episode of Sunday Night Live, as long as I remember, go to my community tab the day of Sunday Night Live. I will post there to leave your questions, and I will pick you, give you a shout out, and we'll ask your question during the episode. So thank you, Jamie. And to everyone else, that was a fun little question there going along with the Twinkie tree. But I actually forgot to do the question of the week segment. All right, you guys already know. Hey, there's McGee Films. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope everything's all right with you. Okay, let's move on to our third and final segment. Going back in time.
Gotta get back in time.
Okay, Going Back in Time is a fun video. It was filmed, I believe, 2019, if not mistaken. It does feature myself, Joe, and Lily. And it's actually a video of a location that someone mentioned in a previous Sunday Night Live episode of Wonderworks. Wonderworks is a tourist attraction. It's famously known for its upside-down building facade. It's a very interactive place, similar to like Ripley's Believe It or Not, stuff like that. But it's all hands-on, cool exhibits, experiments, stuff like that. And you'll see myself, Joe, and Lily trying the various fun things to see and do in there. Thought I missed something here. Okay, so let me pull it up and we will watch tonight's Going Back in Time. What am I doing wrong here? Hang on a second. Okay, hang on. I lost the chat here for a second. I don't know why. Alright, for some reason I have to open up a new window. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened there. Probably something I did wrong. Most likely. Okay, we're back. Okay, so it says incredibly fun attraction at Wonderworks, Panama City, Florida. This came out March 2019. It was filmed in February. And this is a pretty fun video, as you'll see. If you've never been to Wonderworks or never heard about it, it would definitely give you an idea as to what they have to offer. It's definitely a place worth checking out. I do know there's one in New York, I believe. Definitely down in Florida and other places, Pigeon Forge. But if you guys are ready, we are going to watch it. Any Star Wars fans? Hey everyone, coming to you today from Panama City Beach, Florida, and we're at Wonderworks. This is a really cool looking building. As you can tell, it's upside down, so it really draws your attention when you're driving by. This is my first time ever visiting one. There is one of these in Tennessee, and we're down here at the one in Panama City Beach, Florida. I think it's very similar to Ripley's. I know Carpetbagger and Adam the Woo have been to these locations and filmed them, but now it's time to check it out for myself, and I'm bringing you along with me. So come along and let's get inside. There's actually sound effects here, like it's creaking and ready to fall apart. So when you come inside the lobby here, everything is completely upside down and reversed. It's pretty awesome. And they even have Zoltar, which is as you know from the movie Big. So come here and make your very own wish. Oh yeah, there's a picture of Tom Hanks right there. Looks a little bit menacing with those red eyes. You can see too, they even have a grand staircase, grandfather clock. Really cool theming in here. So we got our tickets, so we're gonna head through the gate and see what there is to behold in this place. Oh, it's a clear floor too. This is the infamous tunnel Vortex. You see these a lot of times in dark rides and haunted attractions. This is all set up to kind of tell a story, which we'll find out later in the video. But this takes you through to kind of teleport you into, you know, like through a storm, like a twister. And it'll make more sense later on, but these are always daunting to walk through. This one especially, you can't see it on camera, but the floor is clear. So you have like a, you know, completely open view, top and bottom, all around of the spinning vortex. Oh, this one's pretty bad. Gotta hold on in here.
Titanic. You touch the water.
That's cold.
I like this.
What's that? Oh, the Hurricane Shack.
Going in.
So it says, step inside, put on your safety goggles. Lil, safety goggles. You two go in, I'll stay out here and I'll do it. So this Hurricane Shack is supposed to be a hurricane simulator, I guess. You have to go in the shack, you have to wear safety goggles, press the button, and the wall in front of you is like a huge fan. And you'll see how, you know, the hair is blowing. I didn't go in it myself, I was just filming them. But from what I could see, it's pretty powerful. Stand in front of it. No, go closer. How was that? Lil, how was it?
It's great.
I was going to go in there, but I didn't want my hair to get a mess. I just came from the barber. I figured, nah, too early. So I know it might be hard to make out what they have here. If you look, this is a kind of like a mesh, I guess, sleeve. You stick your arm into it. Lily's arm is in it, and you reach out, and the metal conducts this bolt of lightning from this conductor here in the middle. I forget the proper name of it, but you do reach your arm through the sleeve, reach out towards that object, and it forms like a electrical connection. You don't feel it, you don't get hurt, it's not painful, but allowing you to actually touch electricity is pretty neat. And the way they have it set up is it plays music. They play Ghostbusters, Star Wars, and a couple other things, but that was one of the coolest things there. It's loud, but it's interactive, and it's a safe way to kind of see the, you know, amazingness of electricity. Ghostbusters. Tesla coil, that's it, yes. Watch water defy gravity. Is the water running up or down? Now, if you're noticing, there was like that flashing light. The camera's picking it up. The way the light is coming through, it makes it look like the water is actually reversing gravity and going upwards. Then you hit the button, and then the water starts coming downwards. So it's still flowing the same direction, obviously, with gravity, but the lighting tricks your eyes to make it look like it's going backwards. I think you reverse by pressing the button here. They're gonna throw dodgeballs at virtual zombies. Today we have the Astronaut Training Challenge, and Lily's gonna ride it by herself. No way to be able to handle it, so this should be pretty crazy. Now this thing, I'm going to tell you in advance, if you get sick or motion sickness or can't look at things spinning, going crazy, you may not want to watch this. To this day, I still don't know how she managed to survive. She is built tough, I'll tell you that. This is like one of those gyroscopic simulators, I guess you want to call it. Similar to what like the astronauts go through for testing and pilots and stuff like that. This thing spins in so many different directions so fast. I was actually scared for her. She came out with a smile on her face. But what do you see? It's just amazing. Yeah, no freaking way. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'd probably pass out by now. So how was it going on that?
It felt weird. Like you're like being, you had to push forward, so you're doing it like that. But like.
I'd be yelling, "Stop the ride! Stop the ride! I'm gonna throw up."
This is fun.
Did you get dizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you come on, Dad?
I'll watch you guys. This is Black Hawk Down. It's supposed to be a virtual shooting experience.
Down at 3-3, we have the box loaded and awaiting order. Down 3-3, this is Saber 1. We need an escort to the city. Get us to the Iowa base. We call it.
So this is pretty neat. You can see that Joe and Lily are sitting inside the fuselage, I believe, of a helicopter. And it's all decked out like with the camo netting and kind of big panorama screen in front of you. And you do have guns in front of you, which are laser. So you're shooting, targets for a real life sequence. And you actually get real life scoring. It's pretty neat. You'll see as they do it.
Copy that, Saber 1. Moving as support.
This is a fun area. It's like a bubble room, and they have different tables here with these big, large, usually circles or ovals to make these gigantic bubbles. Some of them are even big enough to almost encapsulate you. But you'll see some of the fun we have with the bubbles here.
Mom! What? Here!
Pretty incredible. It's like a playground for adults and kids and everyone in between.
This is amazing!
This area is called Invisible Strings. Let's pick
We are...
okay, step on the rockets. Okay, so you saw the look on Jill's face. This is actually a simulation ride. They're both going to be strapped in here, and this little pod that they're sitting in actually lifts up, and it's like a 4D motion ride. So what they're seeing on the screen, they feel, you know, with the motion of the vehicle. It spins around, tilts up, tilts down, and up in the corner here, there's actually a monitor where I could see them. So I'm glad I didn't do it, but it was really fun to watch them. So you can see them on the camera there. That's what it's doing. It's like they're on a roller coaster. I'm glad they're in there and not me. Now I look like the Terminator. Vacuum wires, how steady is your hand? It's like the carnival games. Apparently not that steady. Well, JPVideos made his mark on Wonderworks. With Light Bright.
Now get ready. 3, 2, 1, freeze.
this room from the other videos. So. Okay, so this room is really cool. What you're looking at are interactive walls. So these walls actually come to life, and the little professor guy tells a story about Wonderworks, how it flipped upside down through the vortex, stuff like that. So it's hard to experience it on camera. I try my best to show it to you guys, but this is one of the coolest rooms of the whole place because there's sound effects, visual effects, and what it's capable of doing visually is pretty impressive. So hope you guys get the idea as to how cool it is. Let's see what happens.
Welcome. Come in. Gather around. When you're ready, push the button to start. Oh, you've pushed the button. Let me tell you the incredible legend of how Wonderworks came to be. Not so long ago, on a remote island in the mysterious Bermuda Triangle, there was a top-secret research laboratory led by a genius. And not just your average ordinary genius. It was Professor Wonder. Oh, there he is now. Every day, the professor performed all kinds of amazing experiments. As a scientist, their lab is his playground. Now, this particular day started like any other, with bubbles. Have you seen the bubble lab? Here's a fun fact. Different thicknesses in bubbles are what makes the colorful experience. Plus, they always give the professor a ribbon. Bubbles complete. He can mark that one off his checklist. Oh, hypothesis. One can sleep on a bed of nails. Go on, Professor. Give it a try. It's 3,497.
Forgot to mention too, they actually have a bed of nails, and I laid on it. But unfortunately, when I handed Jill the camera, she hit the button and stopped recording, so it wasn't on camera. But they have a kind of a flat area that you lay on, and there's a person there working, and they say, okay, are you ready? She hits the button, and the nails rise up out of the platform and lifts you up. And I laid on a bed of nails for about 15 seconds. Not comfortable, but it was tolerable. But it's definitely something to experience.
Nails of wonder. Why so many? Pokiness is inversely proportional to the number of nails. More nails means less poke. No joke. Nailed it. Professor. Oh, you'll like this next. The ropes challenge course. You gotta have good ears, though. No, you're not gonna walk on your ears. The body's balance mechanism is actually part of your ear. Really, it's true. He's really got his work down to science. Now, the last stop on his list was the Natural Disaster Lab, where he was working to harness the power of a man-made tornado. No, something went wrong. The wind grew too strong to be contained. The professor tried to stop the machine. The swirling vortex was already out of control. The power of the tornado was unleashed into the laboratory. The mighty cyclone ripped the building from its back. The lab was carried hundreds of miles away and landed upside down on top of Panama City Beach, Florida. And the professor loved it. In fact, Professor Wonder thought his new flip laboratory was so wonderful, he would share his experiments with the whole world. So he invented the inversion to allow new young scientists like you to enter and experience all the wonders. Oh, don't worry. These days, the professor has mastered the art of tornadoes. Hey, quick, take a selfie with Professor Wonder. He's coming around again. Well, that's our story. See you next time.
So here we have an interactive sandbox. You can actually change the landscape here.
make your own horse to put on there. I made a new land.
So Lily created this horse. Was it Mystery?
My street.
My Street. And that's it right there. Okay, so here's my creator drawing. I call him Bacon. Yeah, so hopefully you're understanding what this is. They actually have an area where you draw an animal on a piece of paper. You can draw whatever you want, name it. And the worker here puts it on this table, which kind of scans it, and your animal becomes part of the scenery and actually kind of walks around and not communicates, but mingles with the other animals. And I made a pig and called it Bacon. There it is. There's Bacon.
There you go.
Thank you. I can get a lot of bacon out of him. Okay, we're making our way up to, I believe, the 3rd floor now. And this looks pretty amazing. We got a rope course ahead of us and all kinds of interactive stuff. Oh, Lily became an astronaut.
I fulfilled my dream.
This rope course looks pretty intense. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but you can even crawl on a space shuttle here. They have so many interactive things. There's little video games here and stuff, and it's all completely included with the admission. So, what are you doing? You doing this? The rope course? Okay, so Lily's being the brave daredevil today, and she's going to... I do believe at the end of the video I do share the admission price. But what Lily's doing now is this rope course. You get tethered to a harness, and you walk basically in the upper rafters of the building here. And she has a fear of heights just like me, but she volunteered to do it, and I was so proud of her. There were a couple moments where she was kind of freaking out, but us coaxing her through and realizing that she's not going to fall or get hurt allowed her to actually complete it, which was pretty neat. But definitely was glad it was her, not me, but I give her big props for facing her fears and still doing it. Do this rope course. Okay, so she's making her way up. I think at some point she's going to freak out from being so high up. But we'll see how she does. How you doing? Now she's doing the rope crawl. But she's doing it. Definitely proud of her. And now she's walking the tightrope, literally. You got it. Keep going. Take a step. There you go. You're almost there. almost there. Well, believe it or not, she's actually going up higher now. I give her tons of credit because I'd be freaking out by now. She's roughly probably 20 feet in the air right now, but the obstacles in the background are about probably 35 feet in the air. So, can be kind of scary. Obviously, she's not going to fall and get hurt, but your nerves usually get the best of you, so I'm glad she's doing it and not me. Einstein is watching us. Look at that. Optical illusion. We're heading downstairs now. So we're going to do some laser tag. So let me set up the camera here. This is part of the admission laser tag. You get to play it for free with your group. They do have bumper cars or bumper car type vehicles. They're actually like ones that are like 360. You can spin around in a circle and they roll around like on caster wheels. Not traditional bumper cars, but they did have them, but they were extra cost. But the laser tag was included, so we did it. And we'll see who wins.
Shields up. Tag.
Not you.
Shields down.
Oh, wait, we're starting.
Shields down. Shields up. Tag. Tag.
Game over. Return to base. Thanks for playing. Lasertron. High score players activating.
They kicked my butt. Okay guys, that was a look at Wonderworks located here in Panama City Beach, Florida. They do have a location in Tennessee as well, so if you're ever in the area, check one of them out. We really had a great time here. It's very entertaining, hands-on experience, and educational as well. Much better than Ripley's and the other places. Although it's a little bit pricey, you do get a lot for your money. But what do you guys think?
It was really good. I liked it. I was scared of the ninja course.
Lily did an awesome job on the rope course because she's afraid of heights just like me. I couldn't do it, and she did almost the whole course, so I'm really proud of her for doing that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, just subscribe, ring that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this video. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so that was Wonderworks, Panama City, Florida. So if you guys want to see that video again, just search Wonderworks JPVideos, but there's also numerous other videos, as I mentioned, from Adam the Woo and Carpetbagger, who do share other locations, which are similar, but each of them has their own little likenesses and surprises. So let me get back to what I got to do here, and then I'll be right back with you guys. There we go. So if you guys want to see what locations there are for Wonderworks, obviously just do a Google search. There are various ones. I know in Tennessee there's at least one or two of them. That one was in Panama City, Florida. There's one in New York. Pricing, I thought I mentioned it. I guess I didn't. I don't remember offhand. I do know it's around $30 each. $30 or $35 each for myself and for Jill. Lily was a little cheaper because she was under 12 at the time. So altogether, the three of us, I think, was around $70, $75, I think. But it was well worth it. I would pay that time and time again. We had all day there. It wasn't super crowded. We went early in the day, and there's only one or two attractions that were down. There was some type of like thing where you sit on a motorcycle and it actually like rocks back and forth like a pendulum. That wasn't working. And I think one other thing, but everything else, you could do as many times as you want. There is staff on hand to help you out and to make sure you are doing things safely and correctly. But definitely by far one of the best places I've been to. Like I said, comparable to Ripley's, believe it or not, but I feel it's even better. Just a little bit of everything, for kids and adults, and it's educational too, so it's always a plus. I think we spent at least 3 hours there. We really enjoyed ourselves. I mean, what you saw on video shows you everything, but we actually spent more time on stuff off camera. So, like the bubble area, we probably spent at least 15 minutes playing with the bubbles. It was just so much fun. I know that game too, where you had to hit all those buttons. That's actually an arcade game. You can find that in some more modern arcades, and you have to try to get all the lights out as quick as you can. But that one there, you don't win anything, but it is free play. So you can play as much as you want, but you definitely get a workout. You're trying to put your hands in 3 different places at once, and you do break a sweat. $57 for 2 seniors. So yeah, I was pretty much right about the pricing. With the pandemic though, I don't know, how much they're going to allow you to do hands-on with stuff, or as far as safety precautions. So that's something to keep in mind. But we did go in 2019 prior to the pandemic, so there was no restrictions, stuff like that. But as you saw, there's a lot to offer. And if you ever have a chance to visit one, pull the trigger, spend the money, and you'll definitely enjoy it. Okay, so that is pretty much the show for tonight for Sunday Night Live. We got through everything, and it's just 9:15 now, so I'm not going to keep this going as long as I did with the last episode. We were over 2 hours. I'd say another 10-15 minutes. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, you're welcome to. Just to touch base on the title of tonight's episode, The Nor'easter is Coming. They are calling a huge, massive 2 storms a nor'easter here over Pennsylvania and other states. There's 2 storms forming, and it started today. It's actually actively snowing right now, and it's supposed to snow until Tuesday afternoon. Tomorrow's supposed to be the worst of it. Amounts keep changing based on who you listen to, what station you watch. It started off at around 3 to 6 inches, and now there's upwards of reports of 12 to 15 inches, with some high elevations getting 2 feet of snow. Now, the last big storm we got, which I made that video of with the snowblower, they were calling for over a foot of snow then. We got just about 10 inches. So I am hoping they're right this time. I hope we get more. Anything over a foot would be pretty cool. And, I'm not going to be making another video clearing the snow, but, it may allow us to do some sleigh riding or to do a snowy drive stream or something like that. So if you guys are getting projected snow amounts, let me know what you're getting as well. But for here in the northeast part of the Pennsylvania, they are saying anywhere from 12 inches to possibly 2 feet, like in the Poconos and stuff. Love SNL. Nikki's here too. Hey, Nikki, and thanks, Nick. I'm glad you like it. I actually hope it is bad, Barb. I want like a big, record-breaking snowfall, just to kind of, solidify that, we've been suffering through the cold, miserable weather. We might as well have something nice to look at. You're welcome there, Laura. Thanks, Pink Star. Thank you, Lisa. And Stanton. Thank you, Sue. Thanks, Theodore. Thanks, RJ. Thank you, everyone, for the kind words. Snowing here on Long Island. How much are they saying you're supposed to get there, Christopher? Edward saying same in northern Jersey. South Carolina, but Gatlinburg is getting 8 to 12 inches. Really? That's a lot for Gatlinburg. I did see that recently, even Las Vegas had some really cold temperatures for Vegas. I think it was like in the upper 20s, low 30s, and had like a little dusting of snow. And someone took a picture with like a measuring stick and put it on the ground on the dusting of snow and said, "I survived the snowstorm, the Vegas snowstorm," or something like that. Something funny. It was pretty cool to see that someone's making a joke of it, but getting down to the 30s in Vegas is pretty unusual. I know even Barb said down in Florida they were down to the 30s, and at the time when she commented that, it was around 14 degrees here. So I guess the whole across the country is gonna cold snap. Thanks, Topher. You stay safe as well. Spring's coming, but while it's still cold, might as well get some snow. 9 to 15 they're here, and 8 to 12, 10 to 14, depending on the station. You're getting snow where you and RJ live. Texas had snow? Huh. Thanks, Mark. If you guys haven't seen, I did do a live stream. I forget what day it was. It was earlier this week. And we played with the trains for just over an hour. Gave you all the updates, show the additions and changes. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. We have 5 trains running now. And probably tomorrow evening, since it's going to be snowing the whole entire day, I'm probably going to film my in layout video. So basically I'm going to have, most of the video is going to be you riding the trains or watching the trains from inside the village. It's not going to be a normal video of me talking and pointing things out. It's going to be you just enjoying the layout for what it is and imagining that you're taking a ride on some of the trains and seeing the different sights through the town. So I'll probably film that tomorrow and have that out within a week or so. Tomorrow I do have a new upload as well, 8 p.m. It's a little bit different video than I normally do. It's a fun video. I encourage you to watch it. It's basically, I was not forced to make it, but based on viewers asking questions throughout the past year or so, I did like a Q&A video. So I answer a lot of the commonly asked questions in that video. So if you want to learn more about me, and Jill's in it too, because the question was for her. That'll be out tomorrow. Wednesday will probably be another abandoned type video, I believe. I do have, I think, 2 more to release. And then not sure for Friday yet. If I do go live, obviously it will probably be Tuesday or Thursday. Obviously, weather permitting, of course. But other than that, nothing really too exciting planned. Just some content to share with you guys. So if you got, some bad weather or nothing to do and want some entertainment, definitely check out what I put out. Don't forget to put your Twinkie trees in it. Yes, they will be in there tonight. Joyce Quillen with a $20 super chat saying, "Stay safe, all." Thank you so much there, Joyce, and safe to you and your friends and family. Excuse me. Around 12 inches here and still snowing. Wow. Any lakes frozen in your area? I don't have any lakes close by. The closest one would probably be Lake Well and Pawpack, which is about 30 minutes away. That I would guess is probably frozen. It's been pretty cold here. Any ponds and stuff freeze. Running water or any creeks or rivers or streams would probably have to have either colder temperatures or a longer duration. But there's a video that myself, Alan, and RJ did pretty recently where we went through a creek bed, and you'll see that parts of it were frozen. It's cold here in Anchorage. What's the temperature there right now? Adam's getting his car serviced for his doggy rescue trip. Where'd you say you're going again, Adam? Was it Florida or was it Texas? Christopher didn't do anything fun or exciting today. Today was just a busy day being an adult. Just getting things done, doing some running around. Wanted to make sure everything was kind of taken care of in the household here and stuff before the storm came. So didn't really get to enjoy it too much. Just was busy and getting ready for tonight's show. Texas, okay. That's definitely a place I'd love to get to. Seems like a beautiful state. Hey there, Dan. 3 inches or so. How much they calling for up are you? Any more? Or I think the eastern part of the state's supposed to get more, if I'm not mistaken. You never call off work from any job due to snow. I just driving it. Well, employers love people like you. Unless they close the roads for, state emergency, which is not too often. Could add rail crossings at your layout. I could. I mean, not to say it won't happen in the future, but right now it's not. I'm not trying to make it realistic. I just like the way it is for now, but if I do any changes or additions or updates, I'll consider that. Cemetery videos. I do have another cemetery video I'm going to be filming in the very near future. It's one that you guys have seen in the past during the fall time with some beautiful colors and leaves. And many of you have asked me to come back in the winter time to film a different part of it, so I'll be doing that pretty soon. Erica's getting, I don't know, I think farther north you go is going to be more higher elevations for certain. We had snow for a minute days ago. You're a Californian, but I got used to the winters here. News showed Scranton with 24 inches. Really? Wow. I hope they're right. Depending on the conditions and stuff like that, I may either Monday or Tuesday do some type of live stream, out in the snow, whether it be walking or driving. I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll just have to see what happens, how bad it is. Central New York, 6 to 12 inches. That's not too much. I figured there'd be more. Donuts in the snow, absolutely. $25 inches, wow. I think the last time we had anything close to 2 feet of snow or more was back in the 90s. I think, we had a blizzard in 93, which I think was around 3 feet of snow. And I believe 96, we had another, I don't know if it was a nor'easter or something, we dumped about 2 feet of snow. That's like the last time that I can remember here in Pennsylvania that we had any huge, significant snowfall. Last year was 4 inches total. And the one big storm we got earlier this year was 10 inches here. And then we've had snow squalls here and there with like an inch or two here or there. So it'd be nice to get another big dumping of it. March 2018. What do we have then? I don't remember that one. $2 feet on my birthday. Huh, I don't remember that for some reason. I do remember the 90s more, even though it was so far ago. Thanks there, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, the room is greatly in part to the wonderful viewers who have sent stuff in. Only a handful of things are my own personal items. Everything else was generously donated and given to me on mail calls. So I'm glad to share it in the studio here. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. That makes a little bit of sense. March 2018 was the first meetup in Centralia. I do know it was bad weather, but I don't remember anything crazy with snowfall amounts. I do know it was messy, though, and icy. But it didn't stand out for anything as far as high amounts of snow, but I could be wrong. I just don't remember it. Have any flooding? No flooding, thankfully. 93, we had over 6 feet. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, Tim, I agree with you there. No mobile phones, just pagers and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot more interaction person to person. Hey, Gladys. Storm was a couple weeks after. Okay. What happened to the new studio you were building? Situations, changed in the family and the household here. And we basically changed the living situation, the arrangements here in the house itself. So instead of moving my studio to another room, I wasn't forced to anymore. The studio is able to remain here, and I was able to erect the train layout. So that was the initial plan when things were different back then, but again, things changed, and I was able to keep it where it's at, which I'm happy with. I didn't want to have to kind of rip it all down and start from scratch and try to get a new room ready. So although it is, you know, a small studio, it is personalized to me, and I'm happy with it. You had 3 feet back in 2010. Wow. Yeah, definitely worked out for the best there, B Sage. Yeah, page me 911 911. I remember that. Or if you typed certain numbers, it would spell the word hello. I think if you like turned it upside down, I remember. Thanks to Adventuring Video. Yeah, it's all my favorite stuff, you know, Christmas Story, trains, you know, railroad related stuff, Ford, you know, signage. It's all, you know, definitely speaks me. Music depends on my mood. I like anything from 80s to, you know, the hair bands to some pop music, even some like earlier hip hop stuff I grew up with in the 90s. The only thing I don't really listen to much is country. Not that I have anything against it, it's just not for me. But typically you hear me listen to 80s and hair bands, some rock music, stuff like that. I remember Jennifer P. They used to have those AOL discs everywhere, even like at the registers at certain stores, like you know, join AOL 30 days free. You used to see those everywhere. I'm in a hair band. Well, it doesn't surprise me, Nick, because I saw your profile picture of you being a drummer, I guess, and you definitely got the hair. So that's pretty cool. All right, everyone. We are just about an hour and a half here now, so without drawing out any longer, I am going to wrap things up. I do want to thank all of you for joining me for tonight's episode 48 of Sunday Night Live. Oh, Salem's down by my feet. Again, next time, which will be 2 weeks from now, I will try my best to remember to post the question for you guys on my community tab for Question of the Week, where you guys will be able to submit your questions just like you did tonight, but it'll be in advance. That way we're not kind of scrambling last minute. Other than that, though, thanks again to everyone who did send in for mail call. And the Symphony Bar is pretty good. I'll save the rest of it for tomorrow. Other than that, though, thanks to the mods for being here tonight, for helping me out, and to all the viewers for your kind words, support, generosity, and even giving a thumbs up. Definitely means a lot. Does not go unnoticed. And we'll be back here in 2 weeks. So if you guys are getting snow, make sure you stay safe. You know, if there's any heavy snow, don't overdo it. Get some help if you have to. And don't go on the roads unless it's an emergency or if you have to go to work. Otherwise, you know, stay home, do some binge watching on YouTube. There's a lot of great channels out there. And just make the best of it. So otherwise, thanks so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next video.